Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Dr. K Secretary. My name is Engineer Rahman Khan. Let's start the part C of lecture number 15. So, in this part, we will discuss maintenance of buildings, repair of buildings, and at last, we will discuss strengthening and retrofitting of buildings. So, first, we have to discuss some basic terminology such as maintenance. So, the art of unkeeping the different parts of buildings in their best condition to ensure neat appearance and a fair life of service of those parts is called maintenance of building. So the maintenance is the routine work done to keep building components in good working condition and appearance. So we do maintenance to prevent deterioration, ensure safety and usability, and extend the service life. For example, painting walls, cleaning drainage, lubricating hinge, retrofitting. So it is a technical intervention to enhance the capacity of existing damaged structure. So we do retrofitting to improve safety and add new capability. So for example, adding steel braces to earthquake damaged columns, strengthening. So it is a technical intervention to enhance the capacity of existing undamaged structure. So we do strengthening to meet higher standards or new usage requirement and prevent future failure. For example, increasing slab thickness and adding carbon fiber reinforcement to beam repair. So it is a technical intervention to restore the pre-damage state of a damaged building. We do repair to restore function and appearance and fix specific defects. For example, filling cracks, replacing broken tiles, or replastering a damaged wall. Rehabilitation. So it is a term used collectively for repair, strengthening, and retrofitting. So the purpose of doing rehabilitation to restore or enhance function and safety, and it may include all the above activities. For example, a complete overhaul of a building, including repair of cracks, seismic retrofitting, and column strengthening. Maintenance in building. So maintenance is a non-structured work undertaken in a building to ensure good appearance and to keep it serviceable during its lifetime. So these tasks help prevent deterioration and ensure the building remains safe, functional, and aesthetically pleasing. So following what's come under maintenance, cleaning of building. So regular cleaning to remove dust, dirt, stain, etc. Whitewash, color wash, painting up walls, doors, window, steel element, etc. So fresh coat of paint on walls, doors, window steels, etc. to maintain appearance and protect surfaces. Replastering, replastering of damaged plaster. So reapplying plaster where it has deteriorated or fallen off to keep walls in good condition. Removal of efflorescence. So cleaning a white salt deposit that appear on wall due to moisture movement. Maintenance of electrical and mechanical work. So checking and servicing wiring, lighting, fan, lifts, pumps, and other systems. Repolishing a floor. So restoring shine and protection to wooden doors and furniture. Replacement of decayed timber and fitting. So changing out or rotted or termite damaged wood components and hardware. Seepage control measures. So identifying and fixing water leakage to prevent moisture damage. Dampness control measure. Easing of doors and windows. So adjusting doors, windows to open and close smoothly without sticking. Servicing of water supply and sanitation. So maintaining pumping fixtures, pipes, tanks, and drainage to avoid leaks and blockage. Replacing of glass panes. So fixing or changing broken or cracked glass in windows or doors. Replacement of damaged parts of floor finish, roof treatment, fall sealing, etc. So fixing damaged floor tiles, roof waterproofing layers or fall sealing. Maintenance of plant protection. So keeping the area around the base of the building intact to prevent water entry and erosion. Removal of small trees and plant growth on roofs and walls. So clearing small plants or trees growing in unwanted place like roof and wall. So now let's discuss different types of maintenance. So the first one is routine maintenance. So activity repeated at predetermined intervals. The activities may be repeated yearly in a particular season. So purpose of this maintenance to keep a system running smoothly, maintain hygiene and aesthetics. For example, involve painting, seasonal cleaning of gutters, regular servicing of HVAC system. Condition-based maintenance. So the work initiated after condition assessment of the building. So mean this type of maintenance pre, uh, is performed only after checking the actual condition of the building or its component. So work is done as needed based on an inspection or report. So purpose of doing this maintenance to address specific issues and avoid unnecessary work. For example, replacing tiles after cracks are observed, repairing plaster where damage is found, fixing windows that no longer close properly. Preventive maintenance. So this is intended to preserve by preventing failure and detecting problems. So we do this to reduce risk of breakdowns, prolong service life of material and system. For example, waterproofing roof before the rainy seasons, applying anti-termite treatment before sign of infestation, regularly checking electrical system to prevent short circuits. Day-to-day maintenance. So it involves maintenance that has to be performed daily. So purpose of doing this to ensure cleanliness and hygiene, maintain smooth daily operation. For example, sweeping and mopping door floors, cleaning toilets, uh, checking lighting and water supply, uh, minor plumbing or electrical fixes, shutdown maintenance. So through overall and maintenance after closing. So major maintenance activity performed with when the building or part of it is closed or shut down for a period of time. So this allow for complete overall or long scale repair that cannot be done during regular use. So purpose of doing this maintenance to conduct in-depth servicing or repairs and avoid disturbance to user during work. For example, servicing HVAC system in a small during off seasons and overhauling electrical system in a factory during holiday shutdown and deep cleaning and repair of public toilets. Emergency maintenance. So necessitated by unforeseen breakdown damage or a damage caused by natural calamity like earthquake, flood, etc. So purpose of doing emergency maintenance to ensure safety and minimize further damage and to restore essential function quickly. For example, repairing a burst pipe that caused flooding and fixing electrical parts after a short circuit and structure repairs after earthquake damage or clearing fallen trees from roof or roads. Opportunity maintenance. So work done as and when possible within the limits of operational demand. So we're doing this maintenance to make use of downtimes or low demand periods, avoid disruption to normal operation, and to increase efficiency by combining tasks when convenient. For example, servicing an air conditioning unit in an office during a public holiday and replacing faulty lights in a hall when it is not being used, or cleaning water tanks during a scheduled water supply cut. Repair of building. So repair is a technical intervention to restore the pre-damaged state of a damaged building. So purpose of doing repair of a building to restore structure integrity, regain functionality and usability, and to extend the service life of the building, and to improve safety and appearance. So following are some repair measures: repair of foundation or foundation side, repair of cracks in masonry wall, repair of damage in concrete structure element such as beam, column, slab, etc., and repair of support system of floor and roof. We will discuss each repair and details in the next slide. Repair or foundation. So foundation repair is necessary when a building shows sign of settlements, cracking, or instability due to weak soil, poor construction, or environmental changes. So the main goal is to restore the stability and strength of the foundation and prevent further damage. So the method of underpinning. So underpinning is the most common method for strengthening or repairing foundation. Is commonly used for the repair of foundation and foundation side. So underpinning by pit method and pile method are the two methods. So the pit method is in this a small section or pit are excavated below the existing foundation in phases, and concrete is poured into each pit to form a new deeper base. So work is done in alternate section to avoid sudden settlement. And we use the PET method. Soil under the foundation is weak when our foundation needs to be deepened, and there's a minor to moderate settlement. The second method is pile method. So mini piles or micro piles are driven into the ground besides or beneath the existing foundation. These piles transfer the building load to deeper, stronger soil layers. So a pile cap or a needle beam connect the old foundation to the pile. And we use the pile method when soil is very weak or waterlogged and heavy loads needed to be supported and building is large or access is limited. And we use the cement grouting for foundation soil. So in this, a cement water mix is injected into the soil and it fills the voids and binds loose particle, increasing soil strength and reducing settlements. And we use a waterproof cement rendering, and if the outer masonry walls are dammed due to water infiltration from ground, a waterproof cement plaster or render is applied externally. It forms a protective barrier against moisture and dampness. Repair of masonry wall. So when masonry wall develop cracks, it's essential to first identify and fix the root cause, such as settlement, thermal expansion, moisture issues, or structure movement. After that, appropriate repair techniques are used to restore strength and appearance. So following are the different measures for cracks repair in masonry. So the first one is grout injection. So it is a process of injecting a fluid grout mixture into cracks, voids, or honeycombs under pressure. So it is used to fill internal crack and gaps and rebond separate parts of the wall and restore structure integrity. So the second one is application of fibro cement overlay. So it is a sheet of material made of compressed sand, cement, and cellulose fiber applied as a protective layer on the surface of masonry wall. And the third one is concrete stretching. So in this, it is a technique used to connect both sides of crack using metal rods or stitching bars inserted across the cracks embedded in epoxy or grout. So it maintain aggregate interlock and prevent further widening of cracks and provide structure reinforcement. Repair of damage in concrete member. So concrete member like beam, column, slab may get damaged due to cracking, corrosion, impact or poor workmanship. To restore their strength, durability, and functionality, the following repair techniques are used. The first one is epoxy injection. So it is a process where low viscosity epoxy resin is injected into fine cracks under pressure and repair with rich mortar micro concrete. So, and this a high strength mortar made with a higher cement content than normal mortar used to fill damaged areas, and replacement of concrete cover. So removal and replacement of the out, outer layer of concrete mean cover that protects the reinforcement steel. Concrete replacement. So in this removing severely damaged concrete parts and recasting them completely using fresh concrete, you can see in the figure. So now let's discuss strengthening and retrofitting of building. So retrofitting means upgrading an existing buildings to make it stronger and safe, especially against hazard like earthquake. And strengthening is similar, but it is done even when the building is not yet damaged, just to improve its strength or performance. So retrofitting by increasing the capacity of a structure. So this means making the building stronger so it can bear more load or resist force like earthquake better. So for example, adding steel bracers, concrete jackets, or shear wall. And retrofitting by decreasing seismic demands. So this means reducing the amount of force the building has to resist during an earthquake. For example, base isolator, which reduce vibration, adding dampers, which absorb shocks, or making building more flexible. Retrofitting criteria. So types of structure. So it's a frame structure, loaded bearing wall, or a heritage structure. Different types need different retrofitting methods. Cost of retrofitting. So can the owner afford it? Is it cheaper than demolishing and rebuilding? So you have to consider these factors uh, before doing retrofitting. So material, technology, and skill availability. So are the necessary tools and trained people available in the area? Problem of occupancy. Is the building occupied? Can people stay in the building while retrofitting is done, or do they need to move out? Historical importance. If it's a heritage or historic building, retrofitting must be done carefully to preserve its original look and feature. So now let's discuss strengthening methods or technique for masonry building. So the first one is cement overlay. So it is a thin layer of cement mortar reinforced with a wire mesh applied on the surface of masonry wall. Shotcrete overlay. So it is a method of spraying concrete onto the wall surface at high pressure. You can see in the figure. Structure repointing. So it is removing and replacing damaged mortar between bricks or stone and masonry wall. Application of fiber reinforcement polymers. So applying a thin high strength fiber sheet on masonry using special adhesives. Center core techniques. So it is a method where a vertical core is drilled inside a thick masonry wall and then a reinforcement bar are inserted and grouted. Now let's discuss retrofitting techniques used for RC frame buildings. The first one is concrete jacketing. So it is a technique in which we add a new layer of reinforcement concrete around existing columns, beams, or joints. Application of fiber reinforced polymer. So wrapping structural elements such as column beams, shapes with carbon or glass fiber sheet using adhesives. Application of steel strips, steel hunch. So adding steel strips, angles or stiffeners to strengthen joints, beams and connection. Steel strips or plates, it's a welded or bolted to surface for reinforcement, and steel hunch, it's a steel element added at the beam column joint to improve strength. Additional element, so installing a new structure element like shear walls, vertical wall to resist lateral force, steel braces, it's a diagonal steel member to support frame under lateral load. Base isolation, so installing a flexible bearing at the base of a building to separate it from ground motion during earthquake. And temper, it is a device installed in the building to absorb seismic energy and reduce vibration. Thank you for hearing me.